Hello, Laker community. I have been running a campaign called We're Ready for You. And this is a more serious topic of being ready around your wellness and your mental health on our university campus. I'm here with Dr. Roberts, the director of the University Counseling Center, who's going to share some of her thoughts as we think about returning to campus with all of the stress that we've all been carrying. And it's all of us. We've all been carrying a lot of stress, and we've all got to be careful about our mental health needs. So, Dr. Roberts, can you talk a little bit about what we're experiencing with students coming out of this stressful period that has continued on at some level?
Sure. I think the last year and a half have been continual adjustments for students, from online learning to adjusting how they socialize, a different campus experience. For the first time, we're going to have a second year class that might feel like their first year class, and all the adjustments to the academic environment are going to come with that. For most students, we've seen more normative stress, and that means a normal reaction to an abnormal situation, and you can take care of that with some self-care. For other students, I think it's been more difficult, and we want to make sure they know about the University Counseling Center.
Yeah, can you talk a little more about self-care and what it means? Like, what are the range of things, and how do I know that it's gone beyond my ability to support myself and I should reach out to get greater support?
Sure. So when I think of self-care, when you're in distress, you go back to the basics. So making sure that you're getting enough sleep, trying to eat a balanced diet, surrounding yourself with people that are positive and supportive, trying to find some time for something you enjoy, some exercise. Even a 20-minute walk around campus can really improve your mood if you're stressed. A way to know when that self-care is not working or when you might need to reach out is if the usual things you do to cope are no longer effective. And it's more than a bad day or a rough week. It's really your normal processes are kind of breaking down. Maybe your functioning is impacted. Maybe you're not able to study. Thinking about, usually I figure out a way to cope, and I'm not sure how to cope right now. That's when I would think about reaching out to the University Counseling Center.
Yeah, I think, it's so important because all of us have coping mechanisms. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we're just challenged that in a given period in our lives, they are not working as effectively. I think that's such an important message. How are you, as the director of our mental health service, gearing up for students as they return to campus? Like, just tell us a little bit about how the counseling center is ready, mm-hmm. and how the university community is ready.
Sure. So one of the things that I think is important this year is we're going to offer hybrid services. So you will have the option to come in person, and you will have the option for telehealth. So wherever you're learning, we're going to try to tailor the needs to best fit. Right. We have a lot of new self-help options that we've put in place. Every Thursday, we're going to have something called Thrive Thursday, and we're going to release new symptom management, new positive mental health. So students follow us on social media. They will get a booster on their mental health every week. We have a lot of short-term workshops, so 4 to 6 weeks, just to teach skills. So how to worry well is one of our most popular workshops. Self-compassion, managing depression. So we're going to make sure we have a whole range of services. And one of the things I want to highlight is our group therapy program. We have a lot of groups, and why it's important is it gives peer support. And we know that students get better very fast when they have peer connection. All the way from group to individual therapy. So we offer that about every other week. If students need long-term care or something more intensive, we have a lot of relationships with community providers, and we'll make sure that connection is made, and we will follow up to make sure the student has made that connection.
Wonderful. We're glad we're in your hands in terms of getting ready. So I have to tell you, I need the Worry Well workshop, I think. And so tell me a little bit more about that. That's fascinating. And as you can imagine, during this period of uncertainty, you're always worrying about, in my case, right decisions, right community, safety, care. Tell me about how to worry well.
So the interesting thing about worry is it's not inherently bad. A little anxiety can really motivate you. It can push you to learn new skills. It can push you to cope better. It lets you know maybe that something is wrong and you need to take better care of yourself. So How to Worry Well is really going to capitalize on the healthy strategies for worrying. How to do some breathing, some mindfulness, how to have gratitude and think about the good things around you. Sometimes that really helps me when I get in a grumpy mood to think about, I had a really great cup of coffee today. Sometimes the little things can improve your mood. So How to Worry Well is going to teach those skills.
Well, I love those strategies, and I always talk about mindfulness and gratitude. And let me just say that we're grateful to you for your leadership. So thank you.
We are extremely grateful for the connections we get to have with students, and I feel like we get as much back from them as we give. So.
Great, wonderful.